I'm not late. I am not late. Everybody else is just early. See, that's how that works. If you don't think it works that way, then we can debate that. Let me get some things posted here really quick. How's everybody doing? I hope you're doing well. If you're not doing well, then I hope that this stream helps you feel like you're doing a little bit better than what you were before. All right, let's put that over there, and let's submit my own taxes, because that's what all good people do in life. Yeah. We all do our taxes. There we go. Okay, 206 times for me. That's pretty decent. And here come the ads on the Twitch side. All right. There is an event going on right now, but it's very, 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 very late. Like, stupidly late. I wasn't gonna be able to make it, so we're not going to go participate in it. However, if you guys want to know what's going on, go check out any of the streamers who are marked as live and go watch their perspective. They're all great people. I can vouch for them. Great, fantastic group there. So go check them out sometime. What I can say is today we are going to be doing a little bit of work on the base. So we're going to mostly focus on the walls, try to get those all cleaned up, get them looking at least close to presentable as possible. And then we may go ahead and start trying to sketch out what we want some of these areas to look like. Probably starting with this level right here and slowly working our way down. Because in November, I want to try to finish the entire build. Which means up above is like your prime real estate. Less people would own buildings up there, and you know, you got direct sunlight access. The lower you go, that's when it's kind of like it's gonna start getting crowded down there, and I'm hoping that that'll kind of lead into just the final moments of the build. I'll just be kind of filling up that area. I won't take nearly as long to do up here, is my main point. And so when we get down there, we can start working on little tiny details that seem to matter a lot. So we'll see how that turns out. Mr. Fitz, congrats on grabbing the first redemption. You are the first person to make it to today's stream. Appreciate it. Alright. Let's try to clean up my inventory a little bit here, because it is a mess. It is an absolute mess, actually. Those away. I don't think we need any more chiseled deep slate. For those of you who don't know, the whole build is off-center. So this is the center point, right? Wrong. It's off. Somehow. By one block. On two directions. Which means, as you can tell, right there, it's not lined up to the right thing, and over there, again, not lined up to the right block. So, the whole build is off by a little bit. And the only way to fix it, I don't have the time or the willpower to do. So, it is what it is. Let me go ahead and get my inventory all sorted out here a little bit better. I don't know what happened. Oh, you know what? I do know what happened. I died right after stream yesterday, or 2 days ago. I wasn't paying attention, and I was tabbed out while we were heading out, and zombies ganged up on me, and I wasn't there. So I died. I picked up everything still, so I'm not missing gear, but I forgot that I did that. So that's kind of why I had to resort everything. Am I the only YouTube viewer? Anyways, hi, cool build. Hello to Timing. I believe you are the only YouTube viewer at the moment. You actually came in right at the beginning of stream, so there's not a ton of people here at the moment. You can count yourself early, I suppose. Appreciate you popping in though, and I appreciate the compliment on the build. It's been a long time coming. This has been going on since February, or around about February anyway. Maybe a little bit after, but it's looking good, I think, anyway. It's really, really big. So it's a little scary to realize that it is almost done. Like, it is really close. We'll kind of do that sort of thing, and then trying to figure out the best way to knock it all out, you know? I think if I do that, because then I can actually go across. Yeah, okay. All this water is going to cause an issue probably, but we'll deal with it when we get there. So long as it doesn't accidentally, like, reflood the whole area, we're fine. If I reflood the whole area, I will deal with that as we need to. I just really hope I don't have to deal with that. Oop. Welcome back to the Twitch viewers who were stuck in ads. I'm sorry about that. I know they suck. But we play ads once an hour on Twitch so that you guys don't get pre-rolls. It means you can get right into watching things instead of being, like, absolutely assaulted every time you click on the stream or refresh or anything like that. Hello, Ben. Welcome on in. Hope you're doing well. Hello, hello. I hear sirens. Quite a lot of them, actually. Okay. So now we can actually do all around on the top side and kind of get this, or do I want to do it section by section? It would actually probably be smarter to start up on the top. I don't know. I actually don't know what the smarter solution would be here. I don't know. Let's just do this little subsection though. That's the big one. Start here. We can move on as we go. Okay, and then what I'm gonna do is that. And that should work out pretty okay. I picked a really bad spot for this with all the water caves around, but it is what it is. You know, mistakes may have been made. That's as much as I can comment on that situation there. Mistakes may have been made. Boop, boop. And boop, boop, boop. Okay, there we go. I think I told some of you guys about this. I've been trying my best. I've been trying my best lately to try to do some work for my dad. He's got like a project that he really needs my help on. Or wants my help on, rather. He may not need it, but he wants it. And so I've been trying to do that, and it's just not been going well. You know, it should be simple. You're just converting a PDF into a Word document, you know. Can't be that hard, right? Well, it shouldn't be that hard. But for whatever reason, it just doesn't work the way you think it would. And I have sat there and I've tussled with it over and over and over and over. Downloaded several tools that supposedly do a good job of it. Could not get anything to work. And I download this tool called Tesseract. I don't know how it works. I don't care how it works, in all honesty. And it's working now. I am a happy man. I'm getting some work done tonight. It does mean, though, I have to go through and change all those PDFs into PNGs. So that's a little less than ideal. And I still have to go through and edit all of those PNGs, or all the scanned in text. Once it finally does convert over to text, I still have to go through and edit it and format it to make it look like how it's supposed to look. But we're at least closer than what we were, and that's all that matters to me right now. We're a lot closer than what we were. Also, we're not, like, really close enough to be doing that. We need to go down, like, 2 more. There we go. Nafan, welcome on in. Yeah, I'm late. What are you gonna do about it? I guess nothing. And, you know, that's fair enough. All good. Appreciate you popping in, Nafan. How you doing? Alright. Let's go down and around. I think I've got a better method of doing this next time we go through, so we'll try it. Because I think we've got plenty of stone brick, or we have plenty capability to make stone bricks. It's not that big of a deal with what I'm about to do. We're gonna waste a lot of it just going around the rim, but I think it's kind of worth it. I was zoned out digging. Ah, that's fair, dude. That is fair. It's easy to do. It's so easy to do. I don't blame you at all. I was locked in earlier. I was working on my dad's project, and first amount of progress I've made in several hours of trying to get things to work. So I was just locked in, and I realized it was like 10 minutes till stream start. I was like, uh-oh. I totally forgot that it was time to stream, and so I almost missed it. I didn't almost miss it, but I was about to be very late. As it was, I started, I think, like 10 minutes late, so, you know, take that for what you will. That's a rarity. Usually if I'm late, I just cancel. This time, I was like, no, we got this. I also really just want to finish this base, so I knew canceling wasn't really a good option. Imagine not being centered. I know, Gus. Imagine. Also, hello, Joshua. Welcome on in. Hope you're doing well. It is nice to meet you. So, I mean, it's gonna look a lot more finished once we have this in, but it doesn't look all that interesting because it's just gray. But it beats, like, all the random colors popping through, like the diorite, the granite, the sand, you know, all those things. I see you saw my cringy thumbnail. I loved it, though. I have a couple of those myself, so I respect it. Nathan, thank you for submitting your tax. Appreciate it. Thank you. Gus, also, I know you said something about wanting to talk. I haven't forgotten. If you're wanting to talk, I should have some time after my stream tonight. I don't know if you're planning on streaming today or not. But I will be done within like 3 hours, more than likely. Just given my track record, it seems to end 2.5 to 3 hours after starting. So if you'll be awake by then and you still want to, or you're not busy, I will be there. If you want to talk tomorrow instead, I've got time tomorrow as well. So whatever works best, though. When I talk to your mom, everybody does. My mom's awesome. Mom joke coming back incoming. I have been told Gus's mom is off limits. I think that's a little messed up, personally. I'm getting DM'd. Okay, don't text the fly, guys. It's fine. I'm a professional. Let's see, there's the portal. I wonder what's that way, guys. I wonder what could possibly be over there. Just like look at all those warden heads and the skulk. It's great. Also, whoever keeps leaving their boat, I have issues with you. I got a bone to pick. Stop leaving your boat. Oh, my dad's giving me options for coffee creamer. Hang on. We'll do the chocolate caramel. I think that's a good idea. Let's see. Gaming Land, hello, welcome on in. Hope you're doing well. And I got a DM. Hang on. That's wild, Gus. Don't check DMs for the second legally retracted joke. Yeah, yeah. Truly a thing to say of all time. Is it an SMP? Yes, I am currently playing on an SMP. This is called Twitch SMP. It is a server filled with a whole bunch of content creators, mostly streamers on Twitch, hence the name. We are wrapping up currently Season 7. It'll be wrapping up come around December, the end of December. And then they'll probably be starting Season 8 February-ish. Maybe a little bit later. There's a lot of logistics that are being figured out about the next season. So, we'll see. I will join. I would say keep your eyes on the Twitter for that case, because this is a whitelist only server. But if you want to join, like I said, keep an eye on the Twitch SMP Twitter, or join their Discord. I think if you do !TSMP, I think I set up a command in the YouTube chat for that. I might have not. I need to. I really need to. But they usually ping and say, hey, applications are open. And then you can apply and play the game. Boop, boop, boop. And I also have a viewer joinable Minecraft server, but it's not open currently. I'm actually fundraising, or I don't think fundraising is the right term there. I am raising funds, but I am building up a budget to support another season of that server. So when I have the money for it, you guys will be able to play on that, and that'll be a lot of fun. That'll be a ton of fun. I saw it done today's short, so I'm gonna do that before it's time. Okay. Okay, sounds good, Gus. I appreciate you popping in. Good luck with today's short. I can't wait. You play other things? I usually play just Minecraft, but I don't only play this server. I have a couple of side projects on Minecraft that I am going to be starting soon. I have a viewer joinable server that isn't running yet, or right now. It used to run, but we're on a break. And then I've got a couple of creative builds that I've been working on lately. But right now, it's just mostly Minecraft for stream. If I'm not streaming, then I play a lot of different games. Right now, I've been playing through Star Wars The Old Republic. It's a video game that is very near and dear to my heart. It's Star Wars. I love Star Wars personally. But in addition to Star Wars, I also have found that I really just enjoy a good MMO RPG story game. And Star Wars The Old Republic is pretty cool with that. I subscribed to let's go. Thank you for subscribing. I appreciate it. When I'm not playing that and I'm not playing Minecraft, then it's up in the air. I'm trying to remember. I've been playing some Stardew Valley with one of my friends. I've gotten almost every achievement in Stardew. There's just a couple more to go. So I've been carefully doing those in my own time. I've been playing... Oh, what's the other game I've been playing in the background just for fun by myself? I can tell you. I mean, I've been developing a game as well. That's another one that's taken a lot of time. I really want to get back into trying Resident Evil. Resident Evil Requiem is coming out soon-ish, and that game looks really cool. It's expensive to get into those types of games. I want to play Starfield again, but I don't have a good storage drive for that right now, so I'm waiting. I don't know. I swear I play other games too. Hollow Knight. I have all the achievements on Hollow Knight. I need to get Silk Song and play that at some point. Papers, Please was a good game. I need to play that again. Go through all the Doom games. I love Doom. That's a game that I don't think most people... that most people would, like, pin me for. But oh my goodness, I love Doom. The very fact I get to just kill a bunch of demons is good enough. And then the music just kicks in and it makes it feel really, really cool. Like, I love Doom. Original Doom? I like both the new ones and the originals, yeah. The originals actually were the first ones I played, because I wanted to play the new ones, and they were all bundled together on Steam. And I looked at it, and I was like, it's gonna cost me 20 bucks to buy all of these right here, right now. I might as well just do it this way. And so I did, and I bought that. I bought Halo. I haven't played all the Halo games, but I do want to try to play through them again at some point. I'm thinking about possibly, when I go through and do some of these games, I may just start hanging out in my Discord server and opening up a VC while I play. I'm not necessarily going to record it. Some games I would like to record and do a playthrough of, but, you know, it would give me a good excuse to actually utilize my Discord a bit more. Another game I really like is Getting Over It with Bennett Foddy. Love that game. I beat it over 50 times. I have the golden pot. It is a game I truly do love, and I'm trying to get some of my friends to play it too, because it is just good. It's a good game. Can I be a mod, please? I don't need any mods, but I'll let you know. If we do need more mods at some point in the future, I will either appoint people based on activity and trust, or I may open up mod applications at some point. But I'll let you know. Play game, welcome on in. Hope you're doing well. I have no clue what you said because I only speak English. Emmy, thank you for spending your taxes. I appreciate it. Stardew is a good game. I don't play games, but I own a lot. Yeah, that is pretty accurate to me too. I own, I think, 160 something. I can tell ya. Steam profile. I own 161 games. 8 of those games have been perfected, which means I have done every single achievement. And in the past couple of weeks, I've only played like 3 of them. Maybe 4. Okay, let's go over here. For this area, I'm going to just do it section by section so that the water doesn't get in the way. Because it can and will flood if I don't do it this way. So the sand is kind of an issue. That's what I'm seeing here. As you can see, this issue is about to become really relevant. There we go. Some of this I actually did my due diligence and kind of blocked it in a bit better. Other parts, not so well. Reg, what if Steam friends? Yeah, if you want to be Steam friends, I don't have a thing against that. So if you want to be friends with me, I can either shoot you a friend request or you can shoot me one. Up to you. At some point in time, there's another game I want to try. Geometry Dash. I know a lot of people like sweat that game, and it's kind of a rage game as well. And since I love getting over it so much, like, you know, what's the worst? What's the worst that could happen, you know? Cool, maybe we can guilt each other to playing through our libraries. Yes. Honestly, yes. I've told myself I will try my absolute best to not buy another game until I play through a bulk of my games. Like, if I'm just straight up not enjoying one of the games, then that's fine. Like, I don't need to worry about it. But my achievement completion rate is abysmal. And it's only at 38%. I do wonder, is there a way to check how many games that I haven't ever opened? There's got to be a way, right? We got playtime. That's not, like, helpful, though. About 231 games, so yeah. Oh, that's unfortunate, Emmy. That is unfortunate. I think... Hang on. There's a website for this, I think. Jay, welcome on in. I will make a house in Minecraft, like mansion with pool. Beautiful. No sleep, just play. I love Minecraft. I have pulled many all-nighters on Minecraft. So I approve. a lot I can't play because of VR. That's fair. I have a VR headset. I haven't used it in forever. I've been trying to get some of my friends to get one so that we could just grind out some of these things together, but nobody's taken the bait, and I don't know why. Steam account stats, I guess. Okay, let's try that. Okay, my game, or my account is worth $660 at its lowest prices. Based on today's prices alone, though, it is worth $2,581. My average play time on games is 34 and a half hours. I have 3,205 hours on record on games with a price per hour of 30 cents. That's actually decent. That's decent. I have played 49% of my games. 93 out of 189 games played. I will take that. I will take that. Where do I see this? I will send it to you guys. If you guys want to check it out, there's my account in specific. But you guys can also look up your own accounts using your profile URL. SteamDB is a trusted site, just to throw that out there if anybody's like, hey, they're going to steal your data. They don't require you to log in, so you're good. Interestingly enough, I have 729.6 hours in free games, which makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. I play a lot of Star Wars The Old Republic right now. That's probably where a bulk of that time is coming from. And then other products, I have almost 300 hours in that, and that's probably Blender. So this is tracking. This is definitely tracking. Man. I had to go through and play more of these games, that's for sure. It's really interesting to see this, though, because I can see so much. And then it also recommends a random game to you. Oh, that's amazing. That is actually amazing. I forgot to take off family Steam library. Oh, dude, I didn't even think about that. I have one as well with my brother. So a lot of the games that I have perfected even aren't being counted. I don't even know if it counts your hours on it. Because, like, for example, Marvel Spider-Man 1 and Miles Morales, I have played those all the way through, gotten all their achievements, but I don't own them because he bought them. But I own the second game, which I have played all the way through. Only have 83, so not a lot. That's not terrible, though. That isn't bad. That is not bad. Man, I'm looking through here. I need to do a lot better here. Interestingly enough, let's see, where do I own the most games? In the $1 to $2 range is where most of my games lie. Interesting. Very, very interesting. I'll have to come back to that. I will have to come back to that. I've changed privacy to see my game stats on the website. Not that's fair. I would surely learn my lesson, right, guys? Right? You would think. Oh my goodness. Alright. Okay. I've only bought a few more expensive games like Helldivers. Oh, Helldivers, dude. I have not played like hardly any Helldivers, but I love it. I need to play it some more. Also, you said something about VR and motion sickness. That's completely fair. I get a little motion sick playing VR as well. So I totally get it. I'm back. Welcome back, Gaming Land. Welcome, welcome. Yes, we were up there, right? Yes. I like Helldivers, but it makes me ill pretty quick. That's fair. It's one of those games I play it. Well, I would play it a decent amount, but I need like a good group to sit there with me, and they gotta understand that I'm gonna goof off a lot. The one or two times I played, the groups I played with were nice. They were nice enough anyway. But, you know, they wanted to win. And don't get me wrong, I wanted to win too, but I also kind of wanted to goof off a little bit. So when there was a fire tornado coming, I may or may not have caused a little bit of casualties for my friends, but all's fair in love and war, or something like that, right? But also, yes, it is very easy to get ill playing that one as well, because it's just bright lights and explosions, and I get overwhelmed playing it. It's very overstimulating, I would say. There's so much going on all the time in your ears and your eyes. It's just, it's a lot. I used to actually stream my Steam library. I would just play one game a week. I don't think you guys can hear that. My house is vibrating. Every time I stream. Every time. Why vibrate? The neighbors have really loud bass in their vehicle, and we can hear it, and it shakes the whole house. It's great. I don't know why. I can't imagine that being an enjoyable passenger experience. But to them it is, and you know, good for them. It just sounds nauseating to me, that's all. They like to feel the music. I mean, they're definitely feeling it. They are most certainly feeling it. And, you know, everybody has their right. I just wish it didn't vibrate the house. It's one of those strange things, because you would think I live, like, right on the main road or something. I don't really live on the main road. Like, I'm not... There's a hill between me and the road, plus some trees. And we still catch the bass from people's cars. I go sleep. Bye. See ya, Gaming Land. Go get some sleep. Thanks for hanging out. I appreciate ya. I had powerful sub in my car when I was younger. It used to set off car alarms as I drove past. That is crazy. That is actually insane. I kind of love that to some degree. Probably minorly annoying for, maybe majorly annoying for the neighbors, but I mean, go big or go home, am I right? The fan being the neighborhood menace, I know. And here I was thinking like he lived in a cave or something. With the amount of like time this guy spends in the mines, you would have thought, but now it sounds like you know, he doesn't have a sub in his in his minecart. I did a dumb earlier, had a migraine starting, so I drank an energy drink, but forgot to take pain meds, so now I am caffeinated and in pain. I'm sorry, I mean, that's awful. That sucks. You grow out of it, though. It's a younger driver thing. All my equipment is in the loft now. That's fair. I remember my older brother was like really into that, and he was telling me all about these subs he was gonna put in. And by the time he was old enough to like have the money to actually do this, the novelty of the idea kind of wore off on him. I think part of him still wants it, but being a parent has also mellowed out some of those ideas for him. He's like, you know, do I really need that when I won't even be able to enjoy it really when my baby's in the car? Like, yeah, probably not. Boop, 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 boop. And boop, boop. These areas suck. Oh. And right here. Oh, hello. Alright. That's the problem being a parent, you need boot space. Can't have old sub and amp in there. Yeah. Yeah, you need all the space you can get. I mean, I've always said it, and I mean it. I really want my first vehicle to be like an SUV or a minivan or something, because like the cargo space, oh my goodness. It's gonna be great getting groceries in that sucker, and then like, depending on how long I can get it to last, it could be my vehicle as a parent, because like, you guys have heard, you guys know how many kids I want to have, like, it's no secret. Fitting 9 people in a vehicle is a little tough. I mean, obviously, we're probably not going to need to fit 9 people in it every time, so. Football team of kids, exactly. We're just going to have like 40 kids, yeah. Oh boy. Where's the bed? There's the bed. Can I sleep? I'm gonna assume I can sleep. They're not saying I can't. Bro, Gonna be the new 18 Kids and Counting. I remember watching that growing up. Like, that was on in my house, and we would just sit there and watch it in amazement. I mean, I won't lie. The idea sounds lovely until you think about the logistics, and I'm like, ah, there's no way. There's no way. see. I weirded out the car salesman when I was looking at cars because I wanted enough space for at least 2 car seats. I do not have kids at the moment. There's nothing wrong with that. I know you know that there's nothing wrong with shopping for that already, but if you're intending to hold on to your car, then there's no reason to not plan for the future with that sucker. It's gotta last you a while, you know? My hope is that I can get a car that, for my first vehicle anyway, I would really like it to last me a while. And so, like I said, I don't intend on buying a vehicle that I won't hold on to. But, I may also just buy a cheap vehicle for a couple of years and keep saving up and then trade that cheap vehicle in when I go to buy a better vehicle. You know, sometimes there are some strategies that you can employ instead, but ideally I don't love car buying or car shopping. It's just not my cup of tea. But that's okay. That is a-okay. I know where my limits lie in life, and that's cars, apparently. Ooh, that's bright. Boot is shrunk, by the way. I just remembered you call it different. Yeah, I figured as much. But I wasn't 100% certain. Football team of kids. I feel like I want at least 4 or 5, but I don't know how me as B could handle that many kids. That's fair. That is something I think about a lot. Not you, but in my case, you know, it's like, I don't know, like, how I'm going to handle that. I want to handle it, but, you know, physical limitations are a thing. But, you know, I'll figure it out, I think. There's some logistics. That's for sure. That sun is bright, man. Okay. But I for some reason the number in my head is always 7. I mean, that is my, like, first instinctual number for anything. I burned it into my head. I was born on July 7th at, like, probably 7. I want to say it was 7 in the morning. It is my lucky number through and through. And so 7 is just the number of kids that I always say. It may not necessarily be the number I actually have, or that I actually want. But it is the number I always say. I usually get a lot of weird looks from people for that one, too. Some people have tried to shame me for it, which is an interesting perspective to have. They're like, those poor kids, they're never gonna have enough time with you on one-on-one. And I'm like, but like, I'm just me. Like, it'll be okay. Like, by the time one of them, the last of them, is born, the other one will probably be ready to head off to college before long. Each kid gets a day. There we go. Now we're talking. That would actually be nice. And I mean, I am building a life, or building up towards a life that will support that lifestyle a lot better. Trying to get to the point where the money side won't ever be an issue, but also trying to get the my physical health to match up with that as well. So right now what I'm actually thinking about doing is trying to do like a full reset of my sleep schedule. And I've got a weird approach that I'm going to try. I'm thinking I might possibly, I mean possibly, okay? I might try to just turn off my alarm for the next week and just sleep. And when I wake up, I wake up. When I don't wake up, I don't wake up. That sounds really depressing. But basically, instead of like just staying up all the way and then going to sleep when I want to be asleep and then telling my body to wake up when I need to, just full resetting my sleep debt with that. Not full reset, you can't truly full reset technically, but like, I'm going to pay off so much sleep debt. You know, I'm not even going to feel the effects. You have a cap on your sleep debt. Because your body just physically can't get more drowsy, technically. So, just paying off as much of that as possible over the next week or two. And then just consistently go to bed at whatever time I want to go to bed by. So, if I want to go to bed at 2 or 3 a.m., then I need to go get in bed at 2 or 3 a.m. every night. That's the only way this works, is if I actually hold myself accountable and go to bed at the right time. Like today, I slept for 11 hours. I am not ashamed to say it. I did. And it was... I got out of bed just fine. So I'm kind of debating maybe doing that some more. Except for Sundays, because I do have to wake up early on those days. But if I don't have to wake up early, I'm just going to sleep in and let it be. 6 or 7. Gosh. Were you there when I talked about my car buying experience? Yes, I was. I'd say you had a pretty decent experience from what I could tell. They definitely tried to upsell you on some things, but I mean, that's, I guess, their job. I could never be a car salesman. I'm too honest. And that's not to say they're dishonest people, but I'm honest to a detriment in the fact that I'll say, oh, you should buy this and this and this, and then I'll say, but you don't really need it, because only 0.01% of people actually use this one thing that 50% of people do get. It's like, oh, I just sabotaged that sale. But I feel like it also depends on the kids you have. Yeah, absolutely. You have a couple of them, and you realize, oh, they're all handfuls, and I don't have the capacity to have another one right now. You don't have more. But if they're all like bundles of joy and they're really easy, you could just keep having them every year. Like, each kid is very different, though. It doesn't matter if you parent them the same exact. They somehow turn out differently, and that's just the way it goes. I think it's gonna be a when I get there thing. Absolutely. Absolutely. You have 7 boys, you better let them watch 7 Brides for 7 Brothers. Oh, absolutely. It's a good movie. They'll end up watching it whenever they're at their aunt's house. My sister. She used to watch that. My mom watches it occasionally. It's a staple here. Each kid gets a day. Depends on how much space between the kids. That's true. And if I do have multiples, like you said. Yeah. Yeah, if there's like twins or God forbid, triplets. Oh. Oh boy. My uncle had 9 with his wife. That is awesome. That is awesome. Sleeping, I'm doing that most because it helps sleep with health-wise. Yeah, absolutely. That's what I'm trying to do. Yeah, I've recognized that sleeping is very important. And I've known that for a while. It's just now it's like becoming increasingly important. And I'm trying to make sure I get this fixed, like ideally before the holidays, because I'm not going to be able to sleep a ton during the holidays. I don't know where I'm going to be sleeping yet, but probably not in here. So my guess is I will be interrupted a decent amount when I try to sleep in the holidays. I just don't operate on society's time. It sucks, but it's true. I was born to wake up in like the afternoon. I can't help it. Car buying wasn't bad, but I was also taught beforehand by my parents. Yeah. It helps. It definitely helps if you got parents who will take the time to teach you all that stuff. My parents have done a decent job of it, just leaving tidbits of advice on anything and everything, but car buying in specific has also been something that's come up a couple of times. Hang on, I hear Chaos Parrot back right. Sounds good. Poor mama. If it's triplets, oh my gosh, yeah. Oh boy. I can only imagine. That fear, okay? Like, imagine if that's your first set of kids too, is triplets. Like that would be, that wouldn't be like awful in the sense of like ruining my life kind of bad. Like it would not be that bad. Kids don't ruin lives, okay? But it would be, I don't think I would want to have any more after that, just for fear of like, oh yeah, what if this time we have triplets again? Like, be terrifying. It's a very real possibility. Hello, Ellently, welcome on in. Thank you for submitting your taxes. 25 total, GG's. Hope you're doing well. This is why I hate water, guys. It's a quarter. It's a quarter. It is indeed. I'm doing good. I'm procrastinating an essay at the moment. I can't say I blame you, honestly. Have I been procrastinating today? I was procrastinating yesterday. And I definitely, I have been doing that a little bit today as well. So I can't say I blame you. Anything except the actual task at hand sounds better to me right now. I did spend some time getting work done, but not nearly enough. How about y'all? I'm doing all right. I'm doing all right. I'm tired, but I'm here. Okay. I was really bummed out. Yesterday, the Microsoft servers went down, and so I couldn't actually do the work I said I was gonna do. I had like the whole idea lined up. I was gonna work on my game design document, which I did, but I was gonna do that while working on building. And so I was gonna think about what I wanted to write down, get the full thought in my head while I dug and placed the blocks. But the Microsoft servers went down, so I had to do it the normal way. So I sat there and I wrote out everything as I was thinking it, which took a little bit of time. Oswald! How's it going, dude? It's good to see you. Hope you're doing well. There we go. Oop. Okay. I need to get that section. What's up? How's life? How is life? That is a question and a half. It's okay. It is okay. It's not bad. It's not perfect. But then again, what really is perfect? Boop, boop. Come on, let me in. Let me in. Oh, I don't know how I was floating up, but I was. Okay, cool. Trying to stop this from turning into source blocks. I have to kind of do this a little bit silly. Alright, there we go. Yeah, not bad is good. I would say so. Could definitely be worse, that's for sure. Been a busy time in my life, but okay, wow. You know, that's just the way the cookie goes, you know? What's the saying? No. Hang on. I don't know. I don't know if I want to go down that road. What I will say, though, is, you know, it's one of those situations in life where it's like everything you want is within arm's reach, right? But even so, you can't seem to grasp it, right? That's like the best way I can describe the stage of life I'm in right this second. It's like, I can see it so clearly. It's right there. But it's not mine yet. And, I have to be okay with that for now. Pretty much. What if you got short T-Rex arms? Then it's not quite within arm's reach. It's still a little ways away. I get that. It's been busy for me too, working 60 hours, but I get paid well, I guess. Well, that's good. How close are you, if you don't mind me asking? I know a lot of this is working so that you can buy that land for you and your girlfriend, right? How's that coming along? That still in the cards? I can't reach that. Okay, let's try to work with this now. Pretty close, that's good. I'm glad to hear it. You can just make it through December. You got this, dude. Other opportunities have come up as well. Oh, I'm sure. And that's good. That is really good. Choices are a double-edged sword. You know, it's on one hand, you know, you're given an opportunity that may be better. It could be worse, though, as well. But it also introduces a variable that you got to decide and pick your poison on sometimes. And that's the scary thing about it. I get stuck in decision fatigue very quickly. So for me, choices are almost a bad thing, even though they could be very well a good thing as well. Boop, boop. Okay. I got a job offer for a decent corporate job, which is great and all, but I never really wanted to work in an office. That's fair. It's a little... It doesn't sound terrible to some people. But, I mean, you are quite literally boxed in. And that's not fun. It's not nearly as fun as getting to move around, lift heavy things. You know, your job is to just sit there. But, you know, who knows what that opportunity could also lead to, you know? The thing about corporate jobs and all that, they usually only lead to more corporate positions, which aren't always fun. Some of them are fun. Like, some of them, you know, you're actually going out to your locations in the case of a store, like corporate Walmart jobs. A lot of what they do as well is, if you're really high up, they may send you to go do store reviews, so you actually go and travel a little bit and take a look around, and that part is more fun than sitting there writing reports, responding to emails, and all that kind of stuff. They'd pay for my college though? Ooh. How long would you have to work for them? Because it's not every day you get to graduate without any debt, you know? That's kind of nice. I keep getting notified by my investment because I just hit a 52-week high. Today, a lot of companies are having their quarterly meetings and announcing things. And so I believe, yeah, I'm starting to get some dividend announcements. I don't have like any large investments necessarily, but I have a few that are kind of like sizable enough, I suppose. I'd be working for a good bit, I assume, until after I'm done with college. Yeah, that would make sense. On one hand, it's worth it. On the other hand, it's not, though. I mean, you know, as it is, I don't know if you like school or not, but I don't like school. So in your case, if you don't like school, it's gonna suck even more because you're not gonna like your job. You're not gonna like school. There's not gonna be a whole lot in life going for you. So I kind of get the predicament there. You want to enjoy life still while you're young, but you don't want to indulge, I guess, is the big word there. There's a difference between enjoying and indulging. Yeah, I only hated school because I wasn't interested in what I was learning. Okay. Yeah, I mean, if you're actually interested in what you're learning and you're enjoying it, then it may be okay for you to suffer through the job for the free schooling, but with you saying that you have tuition reimbursement, that's not bad either. When I can learn something I like, I will learn a lot, so college should be fine. Okay, that's good. That's good. Yeah, I've got a friend right now, doesn't particularly love the schooling, doesn't particularly love their job, mostly because their job is kind of crappy in the sense that, it's not a good company, in the sense of, employee treatment, especially. But they're kind of stuck there because it's kind of like, it looks good on the resume, but, like, you know, how close to the edge can you be pushed before you finally quit? And we're finding that out real time with my friend. I'm not gonna be surprised when I get a message or a call from them one day saying I quit. I'm like, oh, okay. I don't blame them though. From what they've told me, it sucks. I don't blame them. They like the subject they're learning. They just don't like the school portion of it. Bus college should be fine. I'm thankful for the spot I'm in. Yeah, that's I respect you for that. School is. I was never good at school. Okay, I want to do that spot. I was never good at school, so I just teach myself stuff at home. But I need to start soon. I want to start studying a little bit and see if I can get I want to start getting some certifications if I can. Predominantly, the main ones I want to do is CompTIA, because I live close enough to a hospital, and I've read up on their requirements to get a job within their IT departments, and that's, as far as I can tell, that's all I need. And then anything after that is bonus, but they'll also pay for you to get more certifications, and then they'll pay you more because you have more certifications and you're more valuable. So I'm kind of like really tempted to just try it. I've got friends who have gotten their certifications and such, and they've told me that I could probably do it. So like, I'm really tempted to try that. I really do want it. Because that would pay me really good. It would give me the ability to keep adding more skills to my tool belt. And, you know, everybody needs a hospital. So it's not like I'm going to run out of places to work. Boop, boop, boop. Okay. Let's see. Get forklift certified. You know, you know, that's a good point. The women just won't be able to resist me then. Like, I've heard that forklift certification just makes you 10 times more attractive or something like that, so I'm all for it. I'm all for it. I'm out of stone brick. There we go. Gonna try. Pull this in. just drop down. Alright. I didn't realize how many certifications there are. It's awesome. Oh yeah, there's a ton. And a lot of them are actually free. It's just they're not like super. I wouldn't say they're not useful, but unless you're going into like a hyper specific field that needs that and another one, it's not super useful to me. Is I guess probably the more apt term there. But yeah, there's so many certifications you can get, and I know I'm almost certain if I would just like study like for a week, I could probably get the CompTIA one done in a matter of a week, honestly. I'm not illiterate when it comes to computers. It's just the things I know very well. The things I don't know, I need to brush up on a little bit. So it's just kind of like, I can imagine that one being pretty easy considering it's kind of about the basics of computers in general, from my understanding. And like, I do, oh, that's not what I want. I have built 2 computers. I have done plenty of maintenance on all of my hardware. I'm well aware of how computer resources are utilized by the system because I develop game and I have run Minecraft servers. Like I have the experience. I just need to get the certification so that I can get a job with that experience. It might also open up a door to the FBI as another possibility as well. So I've been trying to get in there, and I guess like another thing that would help is probably a certification saying like, hey, I actually have done some amount of education past high school, according to somebody's records. Honestly, go for it. What do you have to lose? Exactly. I'm stuck in limbo trying to figure out what I can / want to do. I get that. I'm with you there, Emmy. Right now I can move around okay enough. If I'm not moving around good, then I just take an ibuprofen and cry. But the ibuprofen doesn't really help a ton. It's a little, it's like, it's one of those things you say, I take it just to say, like, I've tried. And sometimes it does. It helps with some of the pain, but most of it it's just, it's not inflammation based, so it's not gonna help me a ton. But anyway, I definitely get what you mean. It's kind of like, moving around sucks. And then also, the fields that I'm like really interested in require a massive amount of education that I just can't tolerate. I cannot get through school. I really don't think I could do 4 years of college. Like, I just can't. I wish I had the willpower to do it. But I don't. So, you know, I suppose the only other option I could try is, theoretically, I could try to finish it faster than 4 years. You want to talk about pain and suffering, though? But I could technically try to speedrun a college degree. Speedrunning, I know. Let me Google this. Hang on. What is the fastest time for someone getting a 4-year college degree? The fastest way to complete a 4-year college degree is by combining accelerated programs with strategies like transferring credits, and the quickest time is often 2 years, although some students have achieved it in less than a year by taking exams. Holy cow. Okay, so you gotta take extra credits per semester, so you gotta go on the 15 and try to get 18 or more to speed up your timeline. Universities offer accelerated or fast-track programs that allow students to complete a degree in 3 years or even less. Attend the summer and winter sessions. So instead of taking a summer or winter break, you can get ahead like that. Transfer existing credits based on AP or IB exams in high school, or dual enrollment, which doesn't apply to me. If you already have some college credits, take exams like college level examination program to demonstrate your knowledge. Focus on the right classes. Plan your courses strategically to ensure each one counts towards your degree, and avoid taking extra electives that aren't required. Yeah, so if you require a certain credit in a certain field, try to take it where it will double up, or at least where it won't be wasted at all. That makes sense. Because you can only take so many in 1 year, basically. You can do it in less than 2 years. That is what I am seeing there. So you could get it in a year. Hold on. I found it on Reddit. Someone finished it in 7 months. Holy cow. That is crazy. You know, to each their own. To each their own. I could never get myself to do it, but I like the idea. It is. I'm getting certified to be a PI and a private investigator, and boy, it's a lot, but also not. For the state of Georgia, you just got to take a class and pass the test, and you can be a licensed PI. That is awesome. What the heck? That is really cool. I need to stop being in the same boat. Yeah. It's not impossible. I feel like someone has done it before. Cheating, or they might think you're really smart for finishing quickly. It depends on who you get. Yeah, that's true. You'd have to show it on your resume would cease to be a resume, and you'd want to submit a very nice cover letter with your resume and explain in full depth, plus get proof that your transcripts look correct. Like, you would have to go through a lot of effort to prove it. It would almost be to your detriment, like you said. I was really banking on the whole doing pastry chef degree, but that was a closed door pretty quick. Yeah, I feel for you, because you had a path that you wanted to go down, and that's been closed. That's where our boats are a little different. I never knew what I wanted to do. And now that I'm like at the point where I kind of have to choose something, and all the ideas that I have had over time are really unrealistic in general, it's unfortunate, because it's like anything that I kind of think of, it's kind of like, well, that might be hard to do. That might be hard to do. That's really hard to do. I feel for you though, because, you know, like I said, you at least had a idea there, and that's not necessarily as doable anymore. I don't know why I did this to myself. There we go. In this day and age, they'll say it's AI. Move on, yeah. One of the readings in my English class was about how most people aren't going to school to learn and just to get the degree, so they just use AI to get through school. That's lovely. Then I bet they struggle when they get a job and have to use that knowledge. Fair. And we struggle as a consequence of their actions. I don't want my doctor being a version of ChatGPT from the early 20s. Or at all, you know, fair enough. Yeah, I don't have an issue with AI being used. The issue is when that is all that is being used. I want the human brain still. I want the lived experiences of somebody actually there so that they can actually look at it with a human perspective, because, like, man, AI is good at a lot of things. It has helped me with my medical diagnosis a lot, because I've been able to feed it a lot of information, and it's been able to suggest fringe cases that most doctors wouldn't consider, because it's like, that's a really rare thing. Surely you wouldn't be the one that's gonna get the really rare disease, right? Like, well, ChatGPT says I might. They're like, you know, actually, maybe there's a chance, and if you push for the right tests and such, you can get put under the right umbrellas, and that's kind of what's happened with me so far. Now I'm in genetic testing. So, you know, like, it is useful, but notice how we didn't just skip my primary doctor at all on that. Like, I did ask my primary doctor for her thoughts and opinions as well. Because she could also look at it and say, I don't think it's that at all, and here's why. And then say, but because you mentioned that, it could actually be this. AI isn't there in terms of that. And for healthcare reasons, I like having a human there. I really do. Because there is a human aspect to health in general. And when you're dealing with the coarseness and the cold text that AI has, it's just not very pleasant. I want to feel like somebody actually cares, you know? And my doctors just happen to fool me enough to make me think that they might. Admiral, thank you for spending your taxes. I appreciate it. Still trying to make it work, but it's going to be a lot of work. That's fair. There's a guy in my auto class that just keeps pulling up AI. It's crazy, not gonna lie. That's awful. Half an hour late. You ever hear of AI 2027, the scientific outlook of how AI might take over the world? I haven't, but I wouldn't be surprised, honestly. 2027, it feels like it's way too close, but it's actually, like, right on time. I mean, you guys can already see the signs of it. I mean, you guys haven't been able to see it. Amazon just laid off, like, a bunch of its workforce, including some of Twitch. And I replaced them with AI, essentially. Like, you know, we always knew it was coming eventually, but we thought humans were going to play a bigger role in helping run these machines. But the truth is, it only takes, like... It takes less... It takes the same amount of humans to run more machines than it does humans managing humans. So a manager can be in charge of 100 machines instead of just 50 humans, you know? It makes sense why they can do it. It doesn't mean it's a good thing. It's only good if there's something for those people to go do instead. But we don't really have anywhere else for people to go. Like, what are our options? What are the options? Coral, thank you for submitting your taxes. I appreciate it. Tomorrow is spooky day. Tomorrow is indeed spooky day. How's it going? It's good to see you. I'm gonna head out. Gonna watch it. All right, sounds good, Oswald. Thanks for popping in. I appreciate it. It was good seeing you. 14,000 jobs lost to robots. Now every other company will probably follow. Say psych, please. I wish. I wish. Sure was in the news. 14K from Amazon. Are you streaming on Halloween? Because I hope not, because I'm busy and I need the watch time and the channel points. I don't know, is the truth. Part of me is thinking no because I might be tired. But the other part of me is saying yes because I want to get the updates done as soon as possible. And we're almost done with the Minecraft update series. And once that's all said and done, then we can actually focus down and do more building on Twitch SMP. And try to get the whole build done. And then we'll also be able to start other projects and series as well. I did want to do a, I did want to do a collab, for Halloween and, do some other games, even. But, a lot of my friends ended up being busy, and then I was offered another collab as well. Which is still probably on the table, but I feel like it's a little late to actually plan something, which I feel bad about. But the collabs I had planned kind of fell through. So, yeah. It is what it is. I do need to finish the island builds anyway, so it's kind of like, you know, the timing may have been off for a good reason. If you do stream, then give me 15k channel points, please. Oh, okay. What do you need them for? I got VIP already. Another VIP. King, how many VIPs equals mod? Because I want to ban everyone. At least 4. I don't know. Quite honestly, I don't know. I have trust issues. Like, all of you guys are great, and I would trust you with mod, probably. But if I even began to tell you guys the history of why I don't trust people anymore, I feel like the paranoia that you guys would get detecting from me would be, like, insane, because it's bad. I know I need to just suck it up and trust people, but it's you know the saying once bitten twice shy or something like that. Like that, I feel like that's the saying. And it matches. It matches. There's also like a little bit of a superstition with our mod team. And this one's purely meme, but it's true. Any mod that we have hired has disappeared after being a mod for like 2 months. They like literally just disappear off the face of the earth, and we don't hear from them for a while. And then like after we remove their mod, they show back up. We don't know why, but it's true. It actually happens. Like, Admiral, are you there? Admiral can confirm. He is a mod, but he's also my brother, so like I would know if he disappeared. Can your mods do a lot for you? Stop it. They do nothing. They do nothing. What mods? What mods? I'm a one-man show, guys. Stop killing them. I'll break that record. You know, our last guy said that, and then he disappeared. I'm so tired of people leaving to get the milk. Can I get that in typing? Dang. Did you redeem VIP or give it? Redeem, nice. No, trust me, I'm trustworthy. Also, tell us, please. Never heard that saying. King, you are murdering your mods. I might be. I might be. Stop killing them. King is murdering the mods, I swear. You just can't prove it. You know, that's... I would never kill my moderators. You know what? Wait, hold on. Hold on. I just realized. Okay, guys. This is actually tracking really well. Like, it is a joke, but it's true. So, when I first started, there was this kid who asked to become a mod. I let him become a mod because we were really needing it. So I let him. And then he disappeared after a couple months. He wasn't a good mod. This is partially why I have trust issues. He misrepresented us, like, really badly. Now, mind you, that was 4 years ago. So, like, okay, whatevs. We got Unreal. Unreal stuck around for about a few years. So he broke the cycle. But he's since disappeared. We had Wet Bagels, who became mod, was a really good mod, actually. Disappeared, lost his mod privileges because of that. We had Anna. She was a really good mod. She disappeared after a few months. There were people that we considered for mod, and they disappeared. Kit, we made her a mod on my channel, and after a few months, she disappeared. Like, I'm starting to realize maybe I might be the problem, guys. I am the source of all issues within the world. Like, she's alive. Kit is alive. And she's come back. It's just like, genuinely speaking, within a few months of her modding for me, she disappeared. I might be inflicting pain upon people, guys. Oh boy. Oh boy. Remind me not to ask to be a mod. I was not listening. Don't kill me next. Guys, I'm a mod, but Twitch is funny, so it doesn't show. Oh no. You don't know where I live, so you can't murder me. I'll break the cycle. Maybe you're a bad employer. See, I don't know where you live, but I know where you go to school. So, I'm not saying I would kill you, but I know where to stalk if I were trying. No, stop, don't murder me. Like, you're not a mod, you don't have to worry about it. I love that this is the conspiracy that is forming now. I don't mistreat my mods. They mistreat me, in fact. If you guys could see the years of abuse I've endured from my own mod team, you would feel sympathetic for me. Without context, that doesn't sound good. I know where you go to school. Yeah, that one is pretty bad, isn't it? Blame shifting. I still worry. Still worrying, serial killer king. Don't worry about it. If I wanted you dead, you'd be gone already. Like, I've known for how long now? Like, I'm just saying, if you were supposed to be gone, you'd be gone by now. This stream is getting a little bit a little bit concerning, isn't it? Coral, sleep with one eye open tonight. Not because me. Like, you won't have to worry about me. I would never hurt you. My hitman, on the other hand. He might. I don't have a hitman. I can't afford a hitman. You have no proof. It wasn't me. Let's see. You're really getting into the Halloween spirit here. Yeah, I'll stab you with a plastic knife. It's not even real, so like nobody, you know, it's just a prank, bro. It's just a prank. I would never kill Coral, guys. Coral is a VIP on this channel, which means like she watches the streams a lot, big supporter of the community. Like, we love Coral. Coral's great. This makes me realize I am way too free with my personal info online. Yeah, just a little bit. Just a little bit, but it's okay. It's okay. Because with me, I would never hurt you. I would never. It doesn't mean you all should give me your personal info, though, okay? Do not give me your personal information, because what if I was a bad guy? This is what I've told all my friends. I won't tell you which friend, but I have told one of my friends I could track them, and they didn't believe me. So I may or may not have done a funny little thing, okay? I pulled up where she lived. Not because she said that on stream, but because she said enough on stream that I could find where she lived. So I pulled it up on Google Maps, and I was like, I know you live somewhere in here, and based off of this, and this, And also this one thing you said this one time in a VC that wasn't private with me. I know you live in this house, or this apartment complex, rather. And I was like, and because of the view that you mentioned that you have, I know you live on the east side. And, I was like, you better be glad I'm a good person. Because I would never hurt you. But if I were a bad person, I wouldn't be telling you this. Instead, I'd be waiting right about here so that when you got off the elevator, I would kidnap you. Like, I would take you up to the... It depends on what my plan would be exactly, but if the plan was, like, get you... murder you, I would take you up to the building's rooftop, and because of all your previous statements online, nobody would bat an eye that you fell off the building. Fell. As dark as that is, everybody thought you were joking, but now they know. Now they know that you're not. I was like, if my goal was something worse, like, there's a lot of other ways that could go that I'd rather not think about. Because I'm not a monster, guys. I'm not a monster. I'm just doing this so that nobody else has to. Like, I would really rather make somebody mildly uncomfortable for a few minutes than for them to have a tragedy happen later. That's why I do it. And I don't do it to everybody. But I have done it to some people. Track them, not throw them off of a building. just to be 100% clear here. I have never thrown somebody off of a building. That is a completely and totally hypothetical scenario that I have explained to somebody how I would do if I were a bad person. But I'm not a bad person. Not hurting, but what about captivity? You know, Stockholm Syndrome is a very real thing. The thought has crossed my mind, you know? Like, I could play it to my advantage. I could. With how good at stalking people I could be, I could just... I have some options. That's... as terrible as those options might be. Greg came in with proof too. Oh, I always bring proof. I love me too. Self-love. See, I used to tell my friend that, and it bothered her a lot when she said I love you. I said, oh, I love me too. Or I would say me too, usually. Which back then also had a hashtag with it. Hashtag me too. But that didn't go over well. Clip got 200 views on Instagram. Dang! W. Shiny new badge. A. Let's go, Swiftu. No context. This is all wild. It's wild with context, too. Look at the poll on YouTube. The percent for cake. I haven't looked at my YouTube poll. I forgot I did it. 69. Nice. Nice. Cake is pretty good. What do you guys like? Cake or pie? I'm curious. Is this because you can't find love? It's a bit too far. What? I would never kidnap anybody. I'm not... I would not. I would not. I would never. Stockholm Syndrome? Oh, Stockholm, you know... This specific reason, I would never kidnap somebody. I feel like this just makes me all the more helpful to somebody, though. Like, you know, if somebody were to ever hurt a loved one of mine, I will find them. And nobody else will. Nobody else will find them. And I don't have to say any more about that. I think you guys know. I think you guys know what I mean by that. Just like, don't mess with me or my family. That's all I'm saying. I use my powers for the good of the world. And I stand by that. This clip is gonna get dug up one day when like one of my enemies turns up dead somewhere and everybody's gonna be saying, King, what did you do? It's gonna be like J-Schlatt and the Queen of England. It's gonna be that all over again. What did you say, Coral? No, because actually one time I gave my Life 360 to an online friend and that wasn't smart. Oh, Coral. Oh no. Eee. Yeah, no, that wasn't the greatest. If you really trust that online friend, it's not a bad thing, but I've learned that you can trust somebody for like a long time and then learn that they're not good people. And it's really easy to paint a face. That's anyone can wear a mask online. Let's see. What the heck, King? Dude, cake. I love cake. Cake is great. I like pie personally, though. I like peanut butter pie. Oh, some good stuff. I'm allergic to both. Really? I feel like this has come up before, but I that is insane to me. It was 67 just a minute ago. You kidnapped me. I would do no such thing. Now get back in the basement. Even an allergy-friendly cake and pie? Yes. Oof. Butter? You know what? That did come up. Yeah, that's so sad. As I too have allergies. What part are you allergic to? That always makes me sad when peeps aren't who they say they are. Yeah. I've been down that road a couple of times. Yay. Have you tried plant-based butters? They have some good alternatives. Ooh. Yes, try that, please, Coral. I want you to enjoy life. Life is good. Life is so much better with butter. Excuse me? That arrow went right through him. Here, I got a minute brand. I have a few that I use. Emmy is like the person that, like, if you have an allergy, talk to Emmy. Like, if I were allergic to anything, I'm sure Emmy could probably help me figure out an alternative. Which is, like, super, super helpful. Luckily, I have been blessed with my my allergies in the sense that I am allergic to probably nothing. I say probably because I just haven't run into it yet. I'm sure it's somewhere. It's lurking around the corner. But I'm claiming it for now. I love helping and I love foods. Heck yeah. We love food here. Give me a second. I'll see which ones are local and which ones are not. You are so awesome, Emmy. Boop. 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 I don't know if I'm allergic to anything, honestly. I think, like, I might technically be allergic to cats. But I don't know that for certain. Because when we had my cat, I did have a lot more not coughing, but sneezing. And if I pet him for a while, my hand would get very irritated. Like, very, very irritated. Like, you could see the white spots forming on my hand, and it would get really itchy. But it didn't stop me from having a cat. Like, it would never stop me from having a cat. And I've never tried to eat cat, so I don't know if I'm allergic to it in the food sense. So I'm pretty sure when you're allergic to cat, what it actually means is you're allergic to their saliva. So I would imagine I would probably be fine. Not that I would ever eat cat. But hypothetically, in a scenario, there is a chance that I may be allergic to a cat if I ate their saliva. I don't know if I'm allergic to anything, but I feel like if I am, it's something so silly. Probably. It goes that way sometimes. My claim is I've never broken or fractured a bone in my entire life so far. Dang, that's awesome, dude. Especially for an old man like you. Man. I haven't broken or fractured a bone, at least that I'm aware of. And I haven't dislocated anything. Or if I have, it was put back very quickly, so... But I've definitely micro dislocated. And I can do it on command too. So I technically that removes my claim to fame as well. So, you know. I think my... Is it a claim to fame for this? I don't know. My claim to fame is I've been single for longer than any of my other friends. I don't even think I've had a talking phase. Like, I would say that in and of itself is pretty impressive with the culture we live in, right? Right, guys? Right? And I played sports, done physical jobs. It's not like I've been careful, just lucky. That is awesome. What the heck? That is actually really, really awesome. I've broken my foot. Oof. That... That is unfortunate. Breaking your foot would... That would be painful. That would be really, really painful. Claim to fame is I knew XYZ before famous. I knew myself before I was famous. I used to watch Avid before he was pulling 100 viewers. Like, I was watching him back when he was still, like, in single digits. Like, that's pretty big, right? Right? What's considered a talking phase? I would say a talking phase with somebody would be like, you like a person and they kind of like you back, or at least they don't hate you. So you're talking to see if the logistics make sense that you can date. That would be what I would consider a talking phase, but some people actually consider it to just be you're both kind of flirty with each other, but you've never outright said anything. So it kind of depends on your definition. But usually a talking phase from my point of view would include somebody saying something and then you both kind of laying out your opinions on it. Oh, whoop. Pop up, pop up, pop up, pop. There we go. I use Violife for cream cheeses and sour creams, which are both really good. They do have plant butter, but I haven't actually tried it myself. Another one that I have used a lot is East Balance. They have an original butter alternative and soy-free one, just in case you need soy-free. And then there is Country Crock, which I actively have in my fridge at the moment. Country Crock is great. We used to have that around the house. Plus, I don't know if this is something that has happened in any of your families. The Country Crock butter tubs make for great leftover containers as well. Earth Balance. Gotcha. A list and a half, just a little bit. I don't know if true. I don't know. I watched Avid a few times before, 100 viewers. He used to know me by name. I don't mean to brag. He used to follow me on Twitch. I don't know if he still does. If he does, that's awesome. If not, I don't blame him. He's a very busy guy, and I doubt he wants his phone getting buzzed every couple of minutes. Like, I go through and clean out my follow list every few months on Twitch, honestly. I try to only follow people that I actively watch or that I want to watch. Because I also don't want to inflate people's numbers so much that their follow count to viewer count ratio looks bad. I do it for their sake for some amount, but I also do it for my own so that I'm not, like, actively being lit up every time I open up my phone. I can beat you on the been single for longest camp. Are you older than me, Emmy? For some reason, I thought you were younger. What? Yes? This is news to me. Well, dang. Not by much? Oh, okay. I am. Oh, wow. Man. I'm finally, like... Somebody has beaten me. Somebody has actually had a season of singleness longer than I. GG's, man. A year or so older. Okay, gotcha. How old are you if you're good with sharing? I am kind of curious as well, but it's okay if you don't want to. I am 21 though. I was born on July 7th, 2004. I'm a little bit of an old man. Thought we were the same age, Emmy. Oh no, Ellently, no. You're about to get called Unk, Emmy. I'm so sorry. Everybody's like, oh man, we thought you were one of us. You gave off like young person vibes, and now it's like, nope. Everybody's like rejecting you from their group. This is how it feels. I'm sorry, I do not need to rub it in your face that you're old, because like, I'm not far behind. '04, we love '04. '04 was a good year. It was a really, really good year. You can join the old people's club, got me a jinx so far. Very good Tupperware, heck yeah. We love Tupperware. We should do a worst breakup competition because some of mine have been really bad. I kind of want to know the tea now. Oh my goodness. Being a Tupperware, this is a Tupperware cup. I love Tupperware. Lasts forever. At 6, I haven't gotten the tub. That's fair. Do the same. How can you don't follow them, King? I know. I'm literally the best guy ever. I unfollow people all the time. Almost to the day a year older. That's insane. That's insane. I fear I'm just young. I was a minor 2 months ago. That's wild to me. You're just a baby. You're just a baby. I've been called an old lady a few years now. Yep, so about a month now. Dang. I'll type it. Hold on, bet. This is gonna be interesting. I don't mean to brag, but I have the best track record in terms of breakups. I've never had a breakup. So, like, I'm doing really good, guys. What am I doing? I don't need to do that. Although I suppose Emmy hasn't had a breakup longer than I haven't had a breakup, so I'm not exactly winning there. You've never had a relationship? Hey, listen. It doesn't take away from the achievement. That's all I'm saying. I have some other relationship advice, friend, though. Honestly, okay? This is so real. Every time. Every single time. My friend, okay? He will call me. He's like, hey, I met this girl. I'm like, okay. Tell me about her. He's like, all these things, and like, I really like her. What should I do? I'm like, tell her. Just tell her that you like her. You're overcomplicating it. It's like, oh, that's really good advice. I should try that. I usually have better advice than that. In that scenario, though, honestly, I have gotten to the point where it's just like, if I were a girl, which I'm not, in case you couldn't tell, but if I were, I wouldn't want this whole dancing around thing where it's like, I'm gonna hint that I like you, but I'm never gonna actually outright say it. Just say it. And in the case of me being a boy, I am blind and oblivious. I've had people try to give hints at times, and I've just apparently straight up missed it and not realized it for years. So, from a guy, if any of you are trying to flirt with a guy, tell him that you're interested in Signal, you're gonna have to be a little more obvious to some degree. Only if they're as oblivious as, I guess, me, which you guys know probably about how oblivious I am. I get distracted very easily. I'm not paying attention hardly at all to the things that probably matter. So, just throwing that out there, directness really helps. It really, really, really helps. Let's see. The 24th, I don't know. I call in the same month. Close. That is close. I would agree. It isn't old because she's cool. That's crazy. That's crazy. I'll take one for the team. I know I'm not cool. I know I'm old. I have some other relationship advice, friend. I have seen some bad relationships. I have to tell my girlfriends to wait for the guy to say something because if the guy likes you but doesn't tell you, he isn't a brave enough man to be in a relationship. I'm harsh. Sorry. No, that makes sense, and that's fair to an extent. I do agree However, in the culture we live in, men are... How do I put this? Because I gotta be careful because of how I phrase it. People are going to riot. I agree, mostly, but there are some cases where I disagree. If you don't know that the guy likes you at all, and you like him, and you have seen no signs from him that he likes you, it's perfectly okay to say, hey, I like you. And then if he's like, oh, I like you too, or whatever, that's a great opportunity for you to enter a talking phase. But ultimately, I think he should be the one to ask you out. Like, but I don't think... If you do think he likes you, I think he should be the one to say something, absolutely. But there is also a certain expectation from... or a certain... There's a certain viewpoint within the world that has painted men in a very negative light. And they have to be very, very careful when they ask a girl out. Because... You have two camps and two extremes, and both of them are really, really, really bad for any group of people. But essentially, you have the alpha male camp, where they're like, if you're rejected by any woman, you're insert derogatory term here, and you're a wimp, and you need to get good. That's not a good viewpoint. We don't like those kind of viewpoints here. That's a bad mentality. You want to actually have somebody love you, not just love the idea of you. So that's out of the way. But then there's the other camp that says, if a man asks a woman out with the idea of courtship, that he's moving way too fast and blah, 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 and, like, that's a bad thing, too, and I disagree with that as well. There's a happy medium there. I think if you like somebody truly, you will sit there and you will meditate on that sucker for a very long time. And you'll decide. I will tell you this. You will figure it out after a while of sitting on that secret that you're withholding from somebody, because it is a secret. You'll figure it out before long on whether or not you like this person enough to marry them. And that doesn't mean you're going to marry them and ask them to marry you right away. But I don't even consider dating somebody if I don't like them. I don't consider asking somebody out on a date if I don't think there's a way that we could work out a marriage there. Like, that is the single-handedly most important aspect to any relationship, is why are you dating? And if you're dating for the long term, then there's no reason to not get married, really. So, you know, in my viewpoint, there are people that I probably haven't considered, or there's a lot of people I haven't considered, because I personally didn't see a way it could work out. But sometimes it's also because I believe that they would never like me. And that's probably not a great way to look at it, but sometimes it's like, I don't think they would feel compatible with me. So we'll skip wasting our time there. And so I don't even think about it anymore. If a woman approached me, though, and said, hey, I kind of like you, I would have to reconsider that, because I'd be like, oh, maybe she does think we're compatible. What the heck? Okay, well, then we need to think this through. I need to talk to her about her expectations and her thoughts, her opinions, her beliefs, you know, all those things. And then we'll get back to, you know, whether or not that's a good idea for both of us or not, you know. Ultimately, that has saved me a lot of pain and a lot of suffering, because I have been able to look at a lot of things objectively like that. Especially if you get to know their parents too, that really helps. Oh my goodness. You'll go, okay, I know I'm not going to be able to grow into somebody who will be married to that. No offense, but some people's moms aren't nearly as cool as my mom. And the general consensus across all of history has been that the wife will very much, almost always, take on a lot of her mom's tendencies. So you're kind of, sort of, going to be marrying your mother-in-law. This is true of men as well. Not always true, but it is largely true. Men take on a lot of qualities of their fathers. Now, there are, of course, extreme cases where this is not true. I don't want to make, like, a blanket statement like that. But there are plenty of people who grew up in not great homes and have vowed that they will never be like their parents. And they aren't. Like, you're not doomed to a cycle of, you know, of that lifestyle. But for the large majority of people who lived in a normal... I don't like saying that because it makes it sound like people who didn't grow up in these homes are less than. It's not the case. But in a normal, loving home, you know, in those cases, more often than not, you end up becoming more and more like your parents. I mean, shoot, I act a lot like my mom and dad. I've got a good mix of both of their personalities. Which is both to and against me. It is very interesting. Anyway, I need to read your chats. That base is insane, bro. Thank you, Green. I appreciate it. What's the day counter on your world? I have no clue, but I can tell you how long I've been playing. Time played. I have been playing on this server for 10.27 days. Somebody can multiply that by 24, and that'll be the day, the time that I've been playing. But it is a server. So it's been on a little bit longer than that. I was dating this guy for like a year, and then I found out a teacher gave him an A and asked him to go into the hall, and then they... What? Coral, what? What the heck? Okay, wow. That is... that is actually insane. Dating is intended for marriage, in my opinion, but you also date to know if the person is right for marriage. I recommend never instantly assuming because you're dating that you'll get married to that person. Yes, exactly. Yes, dating is like the... It's the road to marriage, okay? So, you would get on there to... You would get on this road to get married. You're gonna walk it with them. But if you deviate from that path at all, you're not getting married. Like that there is one path for marriage in terms of dating. And that is when you're both ready. So as long as you're both walking the path, you're going to get married at some point in time. The question that often is is how long. And I never know the answer to this. For everybody, it's different. That's the truth. But I never really know, because there's so many ways you could go about it. Like, it could just be like a year, which isn't bad. That's not bad at all. It could be several years, though. I don't know what I would do. Welcome on in, Raiders. How's it going, Ash? Let me get you some shoutouts. How was the Halloween event? I would have hopped in, but I didn't. I felt like I was a little late. Guess how already be sure to follow Ash. They were just now running an event here on the Twitch SMP for Halloween. It looked like it was a lot of fun. So I hope it was a good time, though. Also, if you need to hop out, raid and run, please do. I know running those events is really tiring, so please, like, go feed yourself, go sleep, like, do something. Please take care of yourself. But I appreciate it so much. Oh my gosh. Okay, Anuki, welcome on in. Shout out to Tanuki. Double raid indeed. If you guys haven't already, be sure to follow Anuki. They were also playing on the SMP. Gotta eat, go eat. They were also playing. They were, I'm assuming, probably wiping the floor with everybody on the Halloween event if there was any competitive stuff. Horrendous event. Oh, lovely. That's great. But I appreciate the raid. If you need a raid and run, I know it was a little bit of a longer event, so if you were there for the whole thing, I know it's definitely a little tiresome. So if you need to hop out, raid and run, eat, drink, sleep, do any of the post-stream things, please feel free to do so. Sammy, Hexagon, appreciate you guys popping in with the raid as well. Time for me to sleep. Good night, Sammy. Hexagon, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Can I do a shout out for Anuki? I have to wait 34 more seconds. Okay, that's fine. I'm gonna read some more chats. Dating isn't marriage. One time a friend told me they liked me and immediately ghosted me without letting me give up. That's so sad. That's so sad, man. Can I ask, like, this might be me digging a little bit too much. Did you like them back? That's so sad, though. Man. Trauma candy salad sucked. It was part of my character development. I was given less opportunities for first place and was told if you haven't been told a rule, just go for it. Oof. Oof. That's a bummer, dude. I'm sorry. Hopefully next event is a little more smoothly planned out. I know this one was kind of thrown together last minute, but I know there's a couple more events planned in the next couple of months that are, I think, being planned still right now. So hopefully those kind of go a little more smoothly. And I hope I can be there for the next one. Let's see. I want to marry someone whose family I can get along with. Same. I don't have much of an issue with other people's family getting along with me. Everybody loves me. I don't know why. This is the problem, okay, guys? I've had so many parents tell their kids. Well, when I was a kid, this was the case. Nowadays, I don't know anybody. But when I was a kid, a lot of parents would say, like, hey, you see that boy there? You should talk to him. You should hang out with him more. And it kind of worked a little bit. Like, daughters were taking the hint. There was this one girl that I had met once, and she remembered me there because we had ran into each other at another place, which was very unheard of. But it's kind of a small circle, weirdly enough, as well. And she recognized me. She knew my name. I didn't remember her for a bit, but then I kind of it snapped into my head. I was like, oh, I remember you now. And then she texted one of our mutual friends and said, hey, do you remember so-and-so? Do you remember Reg? And she was like, yeah. And that friend, she texted me and was like, hey, I just got a text from this person. I hadn't talked to them in forever. She just said that she saw you. I was like, yeah. It's like, oh, interesting. Like, so why were they texting about me? Okay. She came back to me the next day and gave me a hug. And then I never saw her again. Now, mind you, I didn't think anything of this until like 2 weeks later when I was like, man, I can't believe I saw her. And I was like, why did she give me a hug? And I was like, oh yeah, I guess I'm attractive or something. I don't know. I used to have like a lot better of a baby face. Trust me, guys. I got old. But her parents are very agreeable people. I knew her parents. Cheesecake is so good. 10 days rookie numbers. 246.20 or 0.48 hours. Heck yeah. Attractive personality. Dang. I do have an attractive personality though. It's very magnetic, I've been told. Because I don't focus on the I can have a conversation that isn't important at all, but I don't let it affect the important things, which is like a it's a trait. It's definitely a trait. I have more stories, but maybe I'm the problem. I don't think you're the problem in that case, Coral. That specific case, that was not on you. That said, if you are a Christian, I have a book I highly recommend for those of you who are single or dating, not yet married, by Marshall Siegel. I'll have to check it out. Maybe. I don't know. I'm not very good at reading. Dyslexia for the win. There's no such thing as too late. I'll keep that in mind next time. I'll keep that in mind. Also, I can now run the shout out for Anuki. There we go. Go follow Tanuki if you guys haven't already. Hatbora, welcome on in. Hope you're doing well. I want a chocolate cake right now. Oh, dude, that sounds great. It's 3 in my city, so I'll stay. I'm kidding. I'm number 1A. Go sleep, dude. Go sleep. It's 3. Am I caught up on chat yet? No, I'm not. Hexagon, thank you for popping in as well. Go sleep. Chocolate cake sounds so good. Everybody loves me. Humble. I know. I'm so humble. I did like them, which makes that story even more interesting. Oh, I'm sorry, Ellently. That sucks. I have reached a point in life, a point where I have told myself if I love somebody, I'm just gonna let them know. I'm just like, yeah. What have I got to lose? Like, all right, what do I have to lose? Just tell them. And if you don't let yourself overthink it, you will do fine. You will do just fine. Coral with 250.67 hours of watch time. Jeez. Amy with 24.42. Oh my goodness. King, I feel awful. I told Gus I'd call him an hour ago, but I was still mid-stream, so I didn't actually call him an hour ago. Now I'm pretty sure he hates me. That was like 6:34 right now. I doubt he hates you, dude. You're good. You're fine. Just let him know that you accidentally forgot to call him because you were busy. Go call him. On my second display, it looks like it says 6, but real close it says 8. You're all good, dude. I doubt he hates you. He's a rational guy. I have more than you on Twitch SMP. Okay, that's insane. Hello, Water Ghost. Welcome on in. Hope you're doing well. There's an audiobook version of the book. Ooh, that might be even better. How was Star Wars? You were watching Star Wars, dude? It was episode 1, so it was long and badly passed, but it was good. I love Star Wars. Star Wars is great. I'm real number 1. I'm a D1 King Ragnog Glazer. Lovely. I watch all the time. It was like 2 years ago now, so that's good. Well, that's good. I'm sorry that it happened still. He wasn't really nice. What I've heard of him after he did that to me. Oh. Well, then you dodged a bullet. That's good. That's good. Water Ghost, thank you for spending your taxes. I appreciate it. Are we good now? Have I read up on everything? I forgot Gus was an hour behind me, so it'd be an hour early still. I won't say I'm a YouTuber or streamer, but do stream and do YouTube stuff for funsies. That's fair. I'm a D1 King Ragnog hater. Fair enough. I respect it. I respect the grind. I also hate King Ragnog. I hate that guy. King Ragnog, like, more like King Pregnog, because he's fat. Yeah. You know, everybody keeps saying Pregnog and is like, I don't think they realize I'm not pregnant. I'm just fat. That's the excuse I'm going to start using. Fat. That's why. That's why. Red can throw him off a roof for you. I'm not saying I know how to throw somebody off a roof and kidnap people and all that, but if somebody needed that service, I'm a little low on money right now, and I happen to know around about what the black market's price is on human life, as sad as that might be. So, if you need a quick and dirty job done clean, I gotcha. Are you offering to be a hitman? No. That's unethical. I prefer the term, it's not really a hit job. It's more like, because I'll hire you. I mean, if you want to call it a hit job, then, like, sure, let's call it that. Price of my life is about $2. Add a couple of zeros behind that, but I'll, I mean, I'm not gonna kill you, Spicy. You're a cool dude. You watch my streams. Anyone that watches my streams, I won't do a hit on you. I'm sorry. Like, it's just, they're too cool. Hired hand. There we go. That's a better term. I like that, Emmy. I like that. I had to hurry up and delete that. That was so random. What? Oof. Sorry that your mom's car got stolen, dude. Plan on watching through all of them this week, so you're free to join if you wish. If I have some time, I might. I might have to. Also, I promise my hair usually isn't this bad, guys. It's just, it's getting so long, it won't stay. I need to get a haircut. I really need one. The dedication for reading all the chats. Sheesh. I really try. I really try. We gotta keep him humble. And start commenting on your YouTube. Very bad. This video sucks. Pat. You know, a comment is a comment. Am I right, guys? YouTube loves engagement. You guys will just comment farm with me. That would be great. Let's see. My net worth is 10,000. My net worth, I have no clue what it's at. It's probably actually in the negatives, truthfully. this guy that broke Ellently's heart needs a flying lesson. I kind of agree. We can make that happen. Mine in particular, it's about 2. Oh. Which actually is 0 because I've given you all my whole $2 all. My ex plays, we can add him to the list. Yeah, I'm safe. The teacher one. Yeah. I think the teacher too, in all honesty. Goodbye, my fellow King Regnog enjoyer and Pregnog himself. See ya, Hatboro. Thanks for hanging out. Gonna call your hair cute. That's crazy. Be my Discord. I don't know if you're on there. I'll have to join. I don't think I'm on there. I would love like 10,000 hate comments just for the engagement. Exactly. Exactly. A comment is a comment. Gonna keep this in mind. Listen, man. I'll take hate comments at this point. I'm desperate for interaction, guys. Like, I realize this is like a bad sign. I'm at this point in life where I don't care if people love me or not. I just want them to interact with me. Like, I need the attention. This is like step 1 to getting into like a really abusive relationship. But at least I'll be in a relationship. You're right, guys? How lonely of you. I know. I'm so lonely. I'm Mr. Lonely. I have things I would love to add to that, but I feel like that would probably get me in trouble. He really does. Teacher too. Let's see. In November, we were watching The Martian for monthly movie night. Ooh, that's awesome. Okay. I may be able to pop in. We'll see. That'd be cool. Let's see. Bro, don't sell yourself short. I'm not like. I'm not. I'm not. Okay, I'm not like entirely serious. I'm only partially serious. That's why it's funny, because it's like only a little true. Well, it's true. It's just not true. Like, it's a little true. You know, like I do get attention from a lot of people. I just realize that as a people pleaser, like a very, very probably detrimentally extent people pleaser, I tend to crave positive reactions out of people. And so when there's no reaction, my brain automatically assumes that's a negative reaction. I realize this, so it's like, it's okay. I realize that I'm harsh on myself a lot of the times. But no reaction is like a sign of like, oh, people hated it. This is not me baiting you guys into telling me that you love my stuff, by the way. Don't do that, because I see right through your lies. I see through them. Don't start. That all said, though, that's how I register it. I realize that, so I adjust my expectations in general, which helps. But I also recognize, like, the signs there, like, of being such a people pleaser. Like, that's, like, that's a great way to get stuck in an abusive relationship, because you're like, oh, maybe I'm just not trying hard enough. It's those little signs that you know to look out for, and it's like, I would never be in an abusive relationship, ever. I could never. I can't. Like, that's just impossible. Let's see. I told my friends that we're starting a YouTube channel, that I would make alt hater accounts and just spam stuff for engagement. That's a strategy there. I like it. I wasn't gonna comment mean things, just silly stuff, I swear. I love commenting mean things on posts all the time. I'm so mean, guys. I really am. Am I? I don't know. Am I mean? I can be mean. I feel like I've been mean before. Sometimes it's a necessity, though. I love your stuff. When... That's crazy. What the heck, Spicy? Wow. Also, thank you for the lurk. I love writing these articles. I've written 3 so far. That's awesome, dude. Figure out what movie to put on the poll for December. Probably just gonna watch Muppets Christmas Carol. You have to watch that one. That one's great. I love that. Muppets. We love... in my house, we personally love Elf. I know that one's a love it or hate it kind of movie, but we love Elf here. Trying to think. We don't really get to watch a whole bunch of Christmas movies anymore. Because we don't have a ton of people come over, usually. So it's kind of one of those things, it's... When people do come, we want to do quality time, and movies are quality time to an extent, but if it's warm enough, we'll go out and we'll shoot and have some fun with the pew-pews. Sometimes we'll shoot at each other, you know, play chicken with the guns. We don't do that. Don't do that, guys. That's bad. If we're not doing that, then we're probably playing board games, playing video games with each other, just talking, catching up on life, because... Yeah. What do you mean, pew-pews? Guns. Like, we have a couple of 22s, we got a 30-30, we have 50 cal, 9mm. We got a lot of different guns. They're all great though. I love them. Regularly need to stop sounding like me. It's not healthy. We both need to do better. Funny thought, I don't know how true it is, but Reg being mean is like a puppy trying to be frightening. You're not exactly wrong to some degree. I can be mean when it's necessary. You should have seen me back in February. I was jaded. Oh my goodness, I was jaded. Some of chat can testify to that. Swiftu definitely can. Coral might. I don't know. Spicy, yeah, you can. What can I do? I was kind of jaded in February when all that happened. You remember that? What are you doing? I'm building walls inside my mega base. How's it going, Daniel? Welcome on in. Hope you're doing well. This is what it's looking like so far. We're actually on the last... No, we're not. We're almost on the last wall. What is jaded? Kind of like scarred to some degree. So like a little... It comes from a root of discontentment from a situation. You act a little differently because of that. A little moody and emo, maybe, even. Hello, Al. Welcome on in. Hope you're doing well. I feel like you being mean is very rare occurrence. Like, it takes a lot for you to be mean. Oh, absolutely. Otherwise, I'm just kind of like, usually I'm very nice. It takes a lot of pushing for me to reach my limit. And usually that limit is than self-directed. So I'll explain that in a minute. I need to read your chats though. There's so many. I've never watched Elf. Oh, it's so good. You haven't watched Muppets Christmas Carol? I've watched Muppets Christmas Carol is great, dude. That is a great movie. What is wrong with you? That is the best movie. I think Elf is overrated. Elf is not overrated. It's a good one. Elf is best Christmas film ever. What? What do you mean, Pew Pews? Muppets Christmas Carol is great. That's... Yeah. I watched that one with my mom, I think last year, because we didn't have anyone over. It was like such a sad Christmas. Every Christmas as I get older has changed in meaning, I guess, because like Christmas this is gonna sound depressing, guys. Christmas doesn't feel like Christmas anymore, and I don't know how to explain that. I wish my family was a board game family. We just chaos family and music. I love doing the whole mile when it comes to Christmas. Like, that's your time to be together. I have a picture of all my family on their phones on Christmas, and I sent it to my sister because she wasn't with us that Christmas, and she said, "Merry Christmas, love you." I said, "Merry Christmas, love you too," and I sent a picture of the entire family while they were on their phones. And what my brother insists that he was not on his phone first, but he was. I stand by that. Now here he comes saying, "Bro, it wasn't me. I wasn't on there." I know it's you, dude. I know it was you. No, I knew that, but why? Why not? Why not shoot at each other? Isn't that what family is for? Just target practice. Be mean to me, like absolutely brutal. Was I here in February? You were, but I don't know if you took a break from the internet during that or not. What made you jaded? I had a friend who pushed a lot of boundaries that we repeatedly told him not to, and then I blocked him, and I was gonna unblock him the next day and say like, "Hey, like, don't do that again." But then he proceeded to join my Discord, flip us off, everybody. So I had to ban him from there because he broke rules. And I was still going to give him forgiveness afterwards. But then he proceeded to fake his death and pin it on myself and a friend of mine. And I lost a lot of my grace in those days as I was dealing with that, because there was a lot of options I could have done. So that's kind of what made me a little bit jaded, just a little bit, and it's why I've got a lot of trust issues. It's a fun thing. Coral, you've been following for 1 year, 1 month, 25 days. Holy cow. Can you not see the follow time there? I see it. Oh, yeah, it was bad. I'm allowed to laugh because I was jaded in February, too. I usually go by the philosophy Franklin D. Roosevelt once outlined. Oh, yeah. Walk softly, carry a big stick. That's what I said. Twitch has vertical streams now? Yes, they do. If you don't want to see it in vertical, you can tap the screen and click classic mode, and it'll put it back to normal. Whenever I think I am mean, I am like Emmett meme for Lego Movie. I can be dark and brooding. Oh, look, guys, a rainbow! I really needed a rainbow back then, man. It was a dark time. You're depressing. I can be. I really can be. Feel that too. Speak softly, carry a big stick. Yes. Yes. I can read my chats, bro, including you. You were on your phone texting your sister. I only started texting my sister when she sent me the one message, and I got off my phone right after that. Like, that was all I did. That's all I did, man. My internet addiction never dies. You weren't here in February. Where's the college remote? I remember that. Yeah, that was the time. It's wild. Literally sounds like a Reddit story. It does. Fair enough. How to feel this? Yeah. Emmy, 30 days, 23 hours, and 27 minutes. You're coming up on 1 whole month. GG's, dude. Last year I did not put cookies for Santa. My brother was not talking with me for almost a week. Dang, your brother was mad. He was like, bro, you can't be letting Santa like starve like that. I don't know, man. Me personally, I see Santa and he is a glutton. Like, what kind of example are we setting for people? Like, yeah, everybody has to pay the Santa tax. If you don't leave cookies out there for him to keep getting diabetes, like, does Santa just not eat for the rest of the year? Is that why he eats so many cookies? Like, don't get me wrong. I love cookies. I love cookies more than the next guy. But this man is eating cookies off of every single household. Like, does he just hibernate? Like, I'm really curious now. Somebody explain it to me. Can't, man. I was going psycho over that. It consumed my life. It was awful. That was so bad. It consumed my life way too much. Like, I can't remember anything else that happened in February. I have something else that happened in February. Which I won't get into. That one made me a little less jaded. But then, like, it proceeded to then turn into a jaded thing. So it was kind of like, yeah, you know, everything comes to turn to bad in this world at some point in time, it seems. But if you just look at it and you say, I'm going to look at the roses and not the thorns, then it's okay. Sotu, 2 years, 6 months, and 11 days. Jeez. And you've been watching 574.25 hours. Ellently with 65.50 hours of watch time. Al with 1 year, 2 months, 2 days of follow time. Jeez, has it been that long? GG's, dude. Let me reload Twitch. I fear my phone is crashing out. It's all good. My phone was crashing out. Hey, let's go. Welcome back. Welcome back, Coral. To figure out why my audio setup keeps glitching out. I legit just got this set up this year. What kind of glitching is it doing, if you don't mind me asking? Like, is it... Is it lagging behind, or is it... oh, that's a mess. I am such a great shot, guys. I want to watch the Lego Movie again. It's been so long since I watched that. Popping and slight audio doubling. Oh. Okay. What mic are you using, if you don't mind me asking? If you know. I have to be going. Bye. See ya, Al. Thanks for popping in. I hope life is good. We'll catch you another time. Bye-bye. Okay. I am caught up on chat now. I feel bad. I know I'm reaching that point where I need to just decide if I'm going to be a chat streamer or if I'm going to be a get stuff done streamer. Because I know reading every single chat is becoming increasingly difficult, apparently. And I know, like, you don't have to choose one or the other, but you do have to choose one that you're focusing on, I suppose. I don't know. I like the way the setup we have right now, where it's like, you know, I talk a little bit, you guys say a whole bunch of stuff, then I go back and read it, and then I talk more, and then I go back and I read your chat again while I'm doing stuff, and it's hard to do all those things at once, though. Like, if I want to get stuff done, I can't read chat for whatever reason. But if I want to, like, if I want to just yap, I can't just sit there and read every single message either, because then I get distracted. I don't know. There's a happy balance there. There's a happy balance for an unhappy man, and I don't know what the happy balance is yet. Don't go to the dark side, King. I hope my messages are not read. I really do try to read all your messages. I feel bad when I miss them. And if I do miss your messages, guys, please just copy paste it. It's okay. A Lewitt 240? Okay. And a Focusrite. Ah. Okay. Have you... I have a question. Are you using Streamlabs or are you using OBS? Max, welcome on in. Hope you're doing well. I appreciate it. That is great info. G quote book, please. That is a legendary message, honestly. I needed to know. Please don't talk to any minors. Oh wait, yeah, I'll stop talking to all of you guys now. Like, I will specifically ignore all of your messages except for... Well, actually, no, I think it's only Swiftu at this current moment. Is that a first message? I believe so. Hang on. Maybe. No, it's not. It is not. First message was back in August. Oh, you're one of the King Alfie peeps. Okay, I know. I recognize the name. Guys, I am a very mature person. I promise. Definitely, Swiftu. Streamlabs, but it happens when I'm not using Streamlabs or recording. It is an audio output. Okay, I see. Interesting. I used to use Streamlabs, and I had a lot of issues with the audio for my Scarlett Focusrite. And so I ended up swapping to OBS, and it fixed it. But if it's not that, it could be, there's a... Oh, what's the setting? Is it like your sample rate or something like that, I think? If you bump that up or down, you gotta tweak it a little bit, and sometimes they will work. There's a lot of weird settings with Focusrites. You can definitely figure it out, though. I believe in you. But if it's the audio output, then, yeah. Might be because of the jack I'm using it as super old. That definitely could be it as well. I always miss mine when ads come up at the same time. I know, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. L Swiftu. Ash, we love Ash. Ash is great. Don't say that. What? Don't. Dude, doing? Chat. I knew I did just say, like, earlier, like 30 minutes ago, right, that I was attractive, but I was joking. I was joking, chat. Like, I didn't think I needed to be somebody's subject of, this person is so cool. Coral. Cool is one word. Cool is a word. Oh. You be my onion to my ring. That is Riz right there. That, my friend, is Riz. I had to start asking all the women that. They'll all tell me no, but it's the principle that counts, right? The temptation... Swift, I'm gonna have to delete some of the quotes. Like... I can't leave some of this. Like... I do know what that means. Yes, it's not good. It does not mean... If you think it's okay, then you don't know what it means. Back in my day, it was just a criminal. Now it just means something that probably should be criminal. Like... That's why I don't say it, because I refuse to, like... Let's delete the legendary almighty Max's quotes. They're quotes. They're good quotes. I just have standards that I have to apply. I remember one of my friends, they're a family-friendly streamer, and it was so funny. They said that, and I guess they had no clue what it meant, and they said, "I like your name," and I was like, "Oh, you had no clue what that word means." And there was a fun conversation after that, like, hey, just so you know, I want you to be informed. Don't say that word. Don't tell people you like their name when that's their name. Like, that is truly a thing to say of all time. I think this person is intoxicated. I think this is their personality. They're very forward, though. I gotta respect it. Oh. I'm tired, guys. I want to finish this so badly. I really, really, really want to finish this so badly. But I don't know if I will. I want... I'll finish that. I'll not do that part. I'll do those off stream if I have time. I think that's the way to go. I don't think I can go with that one. You guys are really giving my dead mod team a run for their money, aren't you guys? No, I am not intoxicated, I just have ADHD and autism. I don't know if ADHD has anything to do with this behavior. But... okay. I guess impulsivity. I guess that could be tied into it to some degree. That's also very true, Ellently. And the fan. I'm sorry, I didn't even see your message, the fan. me mod, I'll time them out. I don't know, I kind of like seeing the reaction, I'm not gonna lie. Is I know him from Alfie's server. Yeah. I don't know what I'm reading. I don't even know what I'm reading. I kind of... What a day to have eyes. What a day to have eyes. Am I right? Okay. Oh, that. There. Okay. I'm trying to think. If we can get these done, all the walls done before... We can get all the walls done before... November. That means I'll have... that's not bad. Just trying to think. I'll have that whole month to actually work on builds. Yeah, by the way, just to clarify, guys, the Twitch TOS requires that, I believe it's 12 to be on the platform with a parent or guardian's permission, 13 to stream. I could be incorrect on that, so please go check the rules yourself. However, that was the rules at one point in time, like 4 years ago, so... And... Oh. Okay. You gotta be careful, dude. I was right. I was primed and ready to bop you out of here. I appreciate the confirmation. Just gonna say it, though. Please don't share your age, especially if you're a minor, guys. I don't want you, getting in trouble later down the line. But I do appreciate the confirmation. No, you're good. You're fine. You're fine. I don't want you guys, I don't want you guys getting into any trouble, or people targeting you because of your age. It's a bad world. And I know you guys know that, but I'm taking it seriously. What's going on here? Why am I being pinged? Okay. Anyway, I'll deal with that later. Okay. We are done for today. We actually got a decent amount done. We got this side, we got that bit, and we got a little bit of that side done. So I'm gonna wrap up this little bit here, and then I'm gonna do this side over here as well. So I think I'll do those off stream if at all possible. However, I am gonna also take some time off stream as well to do to do some stuff for my dad. I've got a project from him, and it might pay if I can get it done. It's a lot of work, though, so we'll see if it works. Basically, it's taking a physical document, turning it into a PDF, taking the PDF, turning it into PNGs, and then taking PNGs and turning them into text so that I can put them into a Word document. Why? Because. Okay. Anyway, I appreciate you all for watching. We are going to do a raid, so if you'll stick around for that, we'll hop in and find a cool streamer, and you guys will get some free channel points out of it as well. You might be a good option. Appreciate you too, Reg. Thank you. Okay, I don't know how long he's going to be streaming for, but he is on the Twitch SMP already, and I like to support the other members of the server. So we're going to say hello to Ryan Games. YouTube, this is the end of the road for you guys. I appreciate you all for being here. If you guys like the stream, be sure to leave a like. And if you like the stream and you're not already subscribed, then please be sure to subscribe. Same thing to Twitch, but instead of subscribe, follow. Don't subscribe to me. That's like, save your money. Okay. Max, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Thank you for stream. Take care. Appreciate it, Ellently. Max, Coral, Nafan, Emmy, everybody, Swiftu. I think I listed everybody. Ellently. Did I mention Ellently? Ellently. Everybody, I appreciate you guys. Have a good rest of your night. Hop in Ryan Games' channel. He is not family friendly, so if that is a problem, please, please, please hop out now. Appreciate you guys. Good night.